We know about dental hygiene out the window. An Associated Press study found that there is little proof there are any benefits to flossing, and as you might expect, that report has been getting some mixed reviews from both sides. So here to talk about this flossing myth is a dentist, Holly Naji. Dr. Naji, thanks for coming on this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, Ashley.
So we were just talking in the break. I had a dentist appointment a couple weeks ago, and they said, okay, you're doing great, your teeth look wonderful, but you need to floss a little bit more. But this study's saying, doesn't do anything. You disagree with it, though.
I do. Actually, the only way to keep the areas in between our teeth clean is by flossing. So our teeth have 5 surfaces. Brushing can get to 3 of those surfaces, basically the cheek side, the tongue side, and the chewing side. But flossing is the only way to clean the areas in between our teeth. And time after time, when patients come in, we're always asking them, so how are you doing with your flossing? And time after time, it's those patients who are not doing so well with their flossing who end up having the cavities, end up having the gum disease. And it's the patients who are flossing every single night who are not getting so many cavities, are not getting the gum disease.
And it really doesn't matter how well you brush your teeth, because you still have stuff in between your teeth. Which,
Absolutely.
I mean, I was just telling you the way that I was like, oh, I probably do need to floss, because you know, if you brush your teeth first and you floss after, you still have stuff in between your teeth. You're like, oh man, I didn't even know I had that piece of popcorn kernel in my tooth. You know, you had no clue. So
that's right.
Talk about that too. Is it really doesn't matter if you have an electric toothbrush, anything else like that. You know, the flossing really does make the difference.
Absolutely. Makes a huge difference, because we end up not seeing as much gum disease. We end up not seeing as many cavities in between the teeth. And that's the real research, you know, talking to all the colleagues and 25 years of doing dentistry, time after time, having patients come in, and it's those patients who are not able to floss so well who are getting the cavities, who are getting the gum disease, who end up losing their teeth prematurely. And it's the disciplined patients who are flossing every single night who don't end up getting the cavities in between their teeth.
Any tips for people, or maybe, I don't know if you know a great brand of floss or a trick to get people in the habit of doing it? Because sometimes you just forget. You brush your teeth. That's been habit since, you know, day one, but flossing is kind of more work for some reason.
Sure. So the way I ask my patients to remember flossing is always think about, okay, how does it feel like to have a filling or a cavity or a root canal or a crown done? And do I want to floss every night, or do I want to end up in the cavities? And the decision is real simple. I'll take 30 seconds to floss my teeth every night so I can minimize the chances of getting those cavities, having the gum disease, losing my teeth, and getting all sorts of procedures done on my teeth.
And it is expensive after a while when you have to have all that dental care.
Absolutely.
And it's so preventable.
Absolutely. Just floss every night and you'll be in awesome shape.
And any brands or anything, or does it not matter what people use, really?
Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you can fit in between your teeth comfortably without a struggle, is the best brand to use.
And if there is a struggle, should they tell, you know, when they come into the dentist appointment, should they say, hey, I'm having issues, or?
Absolutely. Let your hygienist, let your dentist guide you as to what's the best method to clean the areas in between your teeth.
And real quick, I do have a question from the booth. Wax or no wax on the floss?
Well, you know, it all depends on which one fits better in between your teeth. Okay. If you have wide gaps in between your teeth, wide gaps meaning the areas are a little bit more open, waxed floss, which is much thicker, tends to work better. Okay. If you have very tight contacts, unwaxed floss tends to work better on your teeth.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me, Ashley.
Get your floss out there today, everybody. We will post this interview later today in case you missed any of those tips.